What's up, martial arts fanatics? Welcome back. As always, I'm Coach Greg. Today, I'm answering the question, how do you tire somebody out? Well, first of all, I'm going to say I do address this in depth in my book, The Nemean Fight System, available on Amazon. You can also get the masterclass on dynamic striking. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more. Now, for your question for today, here's some tips or things that you can do when you want to tire somebody out. The first thing is feinting, right? The nice thing about feinting is that, like, as I'm active in my feint game, I create flinches. That's what I want. I want to create flinches of him because that does tire him out. Okay. The downside is that depending on how your feint game is and if you're not used to it, you can tire yourself out. And that's kind of the thing on this tire guys out game, is that sometimes you have to weigh how much you want to tire yourself out in the process. So for example, you can tire somebody out very easily if you create a lot of scrambles, or if you end up in a lot of like wrestling situations. That's good if the guy has a lot of power and you're concerned about him knocking you out, right? So the downside though is that you're getting tired too. There's an upside to this though. If you can get both of you really, really tired to the point where you're huffing and puffing, but you can learn to stay more disciplined while you are tired, you will often win, okay? So, for example, if I get somebody who is much larger than me and I'm concerned about him knocking me out, and I start shooting takedowns and we start creating wrestling scrambles and I'm very active, and I make this guy work really hard, and then we come back up and we're both super tired, boom! He's gonna probably drop his hands, which is gonna leave him open. So it's just about being more disciplined. A couple guys do this really well. Khamzat Chimaev is a guy who does that, tires guys out with wrestling, forces them to drop their hands, knocks them out. Dricus Du Plessis is another guy who does that very well. So if you can create a lot of wrestling scrambles, you get them tired. That is a way to go, but I don't think it's the best way to go. What I like to do is make them carry my weight a lot. The best way to do this, in my opinion, is the north-south headlock position. Daniel Cormier used to use this a lot. Stipe Miocic used this the first time he fought Francis Ngannou, and just make them carry your weight a lot. So any opportunity you get to snap them down and put them in the north-south headlock, and you can attack from there. Make them work to get out. Break them down. Bring them down to the mat. Threaten guillotines. Make them work to get back up. Constantly carrying you. Same thing when you get them against the cage. If you get on their back, I don't want you jumping into a backpack because that'll tire your legs out too, but just being heavy on their hips and making them carry your weight, right? Making them work to escape positions. If you can get to top positions and make them work to get back to their feet, that is often an excellent way to tire them out, okay? Other ways that you can tire people out, I like to make people swing and miss a lot, right? Make them chase me depending on the guy. So, you know, this is the thing that also, once again, you have to have the right kind of endurance to do some of this stuff. So for me, I have really good backward and circling motion. I've trained it my whole life. I'm very comfortable moving in this way. I can make guys work really hard to catch me, and I can throw something, disengage, and play the in and out point game, right? And make them start to throw blitzes at me, especially if the guy is big and he has knee issues. That's the tactic you want to use on really big guys, like that stereotype, like the huge biker guy with like the bad knees. Like you come in there, you attack the knee, and you get out, right? Come in here, feint, make him miss, boom! Feint on him, make him tire up. Like that's the kind of stuff that you can do. If you can make him chase you a lot, that tactic works really well. Let him walk in your jab as you move forward. Last thing I'm going to recommend is go for the body. Disrupt his breathing. Front kicks to the body, side kicks to the body, roundhouse kicks to the body. Hit that body, you know, the body jab coming in here. Bang, boom! Just start working the body a lot. That'll tire him out. So those are 5 things that you can do that I find works really, really well. And trust me, this will all tire them out for sure. The key is you got to get that balance of how to tire them out without tiring yourself out. Okay? I hope that helps. Thank you.